About 10 years ago, my parents were leasing a large, old house while they searched for a new home to buy. It wasn't meant to be permanent, just a place to stay for a while. At the time, I was living in California, but I came home to visit them for a few weeks. Nothing about the house seemed unusual at first. It was big, quiet, and a little too empty for its size, but we didn't think much of it. That changed the very first night I slept there. I climbed into bed, pulled the covers up, and almost immediately felt a sharp pain in my side like something had jabbed me. I reached under the sheets, annoyed more than afraid, expecting maybe a pen or something I'd left there by accident. Instead, my fingers closed around cold metal. I pulled it out and stared at it in disbelief. It was a large safety pin, almost diaper-sized, and it was wide open. I remember thinking how strange that was. I hadn't brought anything like that with me, and I couldn't imagine how it ended up in my bed. Still, I brushed it off. I closed the pin, set it on the nightstand, and went to sleep. The next day passed normally. I completely forgot about the pin. We ate, talked, left, everything felt fine. That night, I climbed into bed again. And there it was, the same safety pin. Open. Hidden beneath the covers. I sat straight up. My heart started pounding as I pulled the sheets back and stared at it. No one in my family was the prank-playing type. We weren't like that. And even if someone wanted to mess with me, why choose something sharp? Something that could actually hurt me. I barely slept that night. The next morning, I walked into the kitchen and said, half joking, but clearly unsettled, "Okay, who's putting the pin in my bed?" The room went quiet. My parents and sister exchanged looks, long, uncomfortable looks. No one laughed. No one denied it right away. Finally, they all said they had no idea what I was talking about. But I could tell they were hiding something. After a moment, my parents sat me down. Reluctantly, they began telling me what had been happening in the house, things they had done wanted to scare me with. Well, I was visiting. My father went first. He said that late at night, he often heard the front door open and close. Right after that, he'd hear footsteps moving down the hallway or climbing the wooden stairs. Every time he checked, no one was there. My mother said she'd heard the door slam and then heard my sister's voice call out. Perfectly clear. "I'm home," but my sister hadn't arrived. My brother said the garage door would open and close by itself in the middle of the night. Almost every night, he heard footsteps climbing the wooden stairs leading to his apartment above the garage low. Steady steps when he knew he was alone. Then, my sister told me her story. She said she first realized something was wrong when the upstairs doors began slamming open and shut at all hours of the night. Violently, without warning. She was alone up there when I wasn't visiting, and after a while, she couldn't take it anymore. She packed up and moved in with a friend. My parents decided to investigate. They invited the neighbors over for dinner, an attorney and his wife, who had lived nearby for years. When the topic of the house came up, their expressions changed. They told us about the previous owners. Apparently, the family before us had 2 small daughters. The girls absolutely refused to sleep upstairs. They were terrified of their bedrooms and wouldn't even go up there alone. No one ever figured out why. Not long after that, my brother uncovered something else. The house had been built on an old family cemetery. That was when things escalated. Objects began moving on their own. Small things at first, then larger ones. The voices became more frequent. Doors slammed harder. Footsteps grew louder. My parents finally had enough. They decided to move out. As they were packing and preparing to leave for good, my father noticed something hanging on a nail beside the door that led in from the garage. A ring. He was certain it hadn't been there just minutes earlier. The ring was old, heavy, and unmistakable. It had a black star sapphire set in gold, surrounded by diamonds shaped like a crescent. My father swears the ring was left there intentionally, a parting gift. Today, my husband wears that ring. We had it appraised. It was made around the turn of the century, crafted from 18 or 20-karat gold. The diamonds are real. The sapphire is high quality. Its value is estimated at around $1,200. A beautiful ring, but every time I see it, I think about that safety pin how it was placed carefully beneath my sheets, open just enough to hurt me, just enough to get my attention. And I wonder if whatever lived in that house didn't want to harm us at all. Maybe it just wanted to be remembered.